All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Akar HaKadosh, double honors to the apostles of GMS, and sincere Shalom to the brothers out here pushing this truth and sincerity. And I'm pretty much going to get into a quick video going into being aware of these doctrines because we always got to stay focused, not going into these vain things. We see how the vanity led these people. It just led them astray. And as much as we say it's a scary thing, it is truly a scary thing just even really remotely thinking about how it is being in their shoes. Cause yeah, it's like okay, we see it is just like damn, that's crazy that these guys ended up the way they did. But to truly fear it, I mean, just even thinking about how it is actually being in their shoes, just actually saying these crazy things, it it has to make you wonder like, jeez, I don't want to end up like that. And that's why we fight against this madness so we don't end up like that. Because we understand, we have the fear of the Lord to keep us there, because we don't want to go off. We don't want to have those problems going on with us. And that's to keep us on a straight path of doing what we do. So I'm gonna start off with the first scripture, which is Revelations 22:18. It says, "For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book." So this is the Lord talking to everybody about this, especially the ones that of the that wakes up to this truth. And it says, "If any man shall add unto these things, Yahweh shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book." And those ways of adding is trying to change the doctrine, trying to add to things that should never be added to. So, and it says, "And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, Yahweh shall take away his part out of the book of life, and out of the holy city, and from the things which are written in this book." So the Lord's telling it like it is. You're not supposed to add or subtract. Add or subtract to this truth. So even more than that, there's, I mean, just even mathematically, even like I said, add or subtract. You don't. If no, if the number two is meant to be a number two, and the question for the following for the answer is 1 + 1 = 2, you can't change the two to be a 3 or a 4, because then that's when you're gonna confuse it to where 1 + 1 = 4 now. That's confusion. So in order to bring out the correct answer, you gotta give out the right equation. And that's what we're doing with this truth. We're not adding or subtracting from the equation of this truth. We're giving the answer. We giving the proper equation with the proper answer for this truth. We're not adding or subtracting. We ain't adding to the truth or subtracting for the truth. We ain't gonna go out there like these other guys and add and try to make up our own doctrine that they want to add to. That's complete blasphemy. So in this truth, we keep perfect balance with with a perfect equation and answer. It's just like how it is. So I would get John. Let's see, 12:48, and it says, "He that rejecteth me and receive not my words have one." And even going to that, that's basically even these guys are just out here just want to do their own thing. They reject the Lord. They're not hearkening unto the words the Lord has pretty much given us to do. The how should I say the chores and duties that we're supposed to do. This is the same as cleaning up around the house or cleaning something that you own, your own, like your responsibility. They ain't upholding that responsibility. They're wanting to go off and do their own thing. They're rejecting what the Lord has set us out to do, and that goes to show you that they was not in it for the truth, or they were just weak willed. And it says, "Have one that judgeth him, the word that I have spoken." And the word that he's spoken is pretty much going out to rebuke these guys for sorry, for teaching wrong things. Those are the one those things the Lord has spoken. Like, our job is to pretty much condemn Esau, wake up the elect of our people, and prophesy, mainly prophesy the downfall of this place. What these guys do is they don't prophesy the downfall of this place. They will they will they would not even add, they will just say they would say something to appease these people, and that's not supposed to be. We're not supposed to be out here appeasing these people. We're supposed to be out here shaking up things, really. Shaking up we are basically out there, and I would say the Lord's really out there with us to shake shake the bad fruit from the good fruit. So that bad fruit is falling out. That bad fruit is he's plucking that bad fruit away from this place. So when we do these things, we are out there to do the correct things, and it's just that simple. It's not to make this truth harder, or well, it's just like it is. It's not meant to make the truth harder. The truth is pretty simple once you really think about it. But for guys, it's just that much more complicated. They can't do this for the Lord. They gotta do this for themselves, make themselves seem deep, and it's not supposed to be. So, final scripture is First John 4, and I'm gonna start about 1. It says, "Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit whether they are of Yahweh, because many false prophets are gone out into the world." So when we out there, or even when guys like to come in, we can't believe every spirit that just wants to come in and think they just doing this for the Lord. Each person has their own motives for coming in this truth, and to see whether their motives are just or unjust. That's why this scripture was given for us. Really, it says, because why? It says beloved, and that's the Lord talking about His elect, that we are of the hopeful elect, the elect out there in general. It says, believe not every spirit. Why? Because some spirits going to teach you some crazy. Slocky not going to teach you. Will try to teach you some crazy mess. Will try to lead you astray from the path that we are set upon. So it says, but try the spirit whether they are of Yahweh. So it's like it's like a sense really that you can feel if this guy is really trying to do this for the truth or against the truth. So doing this truth, you can see the actions if they're going to be on the train to going to the right path as we going, or they're going to try to go to another train, the train of wickedness. And it says, because many false prophets are gone out into the world, and that's the thing. That's a lot of these guys that's just out here just doing it for their own thing, and they'll try to come in here and try to stir things up and just bring people down, so I can bring brothers down. But this is the things that we gotta keep watching out for, because the these are the wrong things to be following. This is where the time you should be really in fear to make sure that the Lord ain't try to lead you astray. Like, you want to make sure you're on a good path. You want to make sure that you're doing the right thing. So that's why it says that because many false prophets are gone out into the world, we don't know which one's a good prophet or a false prophet, but we can tell by their actions. It's just it just shows the right. It's a dead giveaway. So while these guys are off pretty much doing their own thing, we gotta let them do their own thing. We out there, we're gonna tell it like it is. These guys go off. They want to make up their own doctrines. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. It just makes everything worse. They just following this thing for their own vain doctrine, and that's basically falling into your own lust. That's basically what it is. You're falling into the lust of this world instead of trying to seek your salvation. Pretty much trying to get away from this place. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. I just want to get into this short topic because, like I said earlier, it's one thing to say that it's really messed up that these guys fall out making their own thing, but it's really frightful. It's really frightening just to even try to say these things. I mean, just even trying to even imagine being in their shoes saying this stuff. You're gonna look at because even trying to think about it, it's just like, sheesh, I don't even want to think about that. Or am I really saying this even out of my mouth? Or what is it? It's that's if you're feeling that way, then that's the sign that the Lord is telling you to stay away from that path. That this is an example of what you don't want to follow. And this is why the Lord even has this even going on. It's everything is for a reason, and because it's to keep us sharp. So with that, I just want to say Shalom and death to Babylon.